I'm on page 90 in the exercise book, and when I played that last video back at the end, I realized how much noise there is in here. The television's on in the next room, and there's cats, and it's just a. So I'm sorry. I've tried to improve that in this video. I didn't even realize that it's cats purring and TV's running, and so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, this one will be better. This is page 90 in the exercise book, and we're looking at number 19. Which scenario does not fit the graph? Total miles when running 5 miles per hour. Total savings when taking $5 out every week. Total cost when items are sold at $5 a piece. Total candy bars when there are 5 candy bars per bag. And total scarves when knitting 5 scarves a day. So let's set up some equations and we'll see what we have here. I'm going to just put them on this side. Well, I'll do them here for now and then move them. So total miles equals 5 miles per hour. Total savings when taking $5 out each week. Total cost when items are sold at $5 a piece. Total candy bars when there are 5 candy bars per bag. And total scarves when knitting 5 scarves a day. So which one of these has a positive slope and which one has a negative slope? The graph has a positive slope, so this one does not fit. That one has a negative slope. You're taking out $5 a day. So I like answer B on that one. And let me move these over. It's hard for me to write on that side because of the edge of the iPad, but I need the space. So number 20. Which linear equation has a y-intercept of 4 and an x-intercept of negative 6? Now this one's interesting. The y-intercept we know to be baby B. So this is saying that B is 4. That will help because given that I can eliminate D and E because those have a baby B of negative 6. So let's get those out. So of the remaining ones, we have 3 choices. And 4/6 is tempting. I like B because of 4/6. But remember, 4/6 can also reduce to 2/3. So don't eliminate the 2/3 ones because they're equal to 4/6. What I mean by that is that 4/6, the fraction, can be reduced by 2 and you will get 2/3. So I don't want you to just eliminate the 2/3 right off the bat because they are equal. In fact, B is not the answer. So how would we find the answer? Well, a y-intercept is 0, 4, and an x-intercept is negative 6, 0. So we know that this line passes through those 2 points. And if you know the 2 points, you can find slope. Slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So you end up with negative 4 over negative 6, and that does equal positive 2/3. So slope is 2/3, baby B is 4, so I'm going to choose answer C. I like this question. That is truly testing your knowledge of slope and slope-intercept form. Okay, numbers 21 and 22 are based on the information below. Kayla and Tom are swimming laps to raise money for a charity. They each donated money at the start. Now, this is going to be baby B, because that's kind of like the flat fee. It's the startup amount. And earned an amount for each lap. So we have that piece, and then we have the amount for each lap. That is going to be where the slope comes in. Kayla's total amount of money raised for the charity is represented by the graph. Tom's total amount of money raised for the charity is represented by the table. So let's take a look at Kayla's graph, where we have the amount raised, the dollars raised, over the number of laps that she swam. And we can also look at our y-intercept and figure out that that was her flat fee. That was her starting amount. So Kayla put $20 in to her charity, and she also donated money. So we have, let me do it this way. The total is the amount per lap times the number of laps plus the $20 that she put in. So her equation would look like this. Now we need to find her slope. So I'm going to use these 2 points to do that. So we get a rise of $10 coordinates to a run of 5 laps. So $10 for every 5 laps means that her slope was 2. So she is getting $2 per lap plus that $20 that she put in to start with. So Kayla's equation is right here. Okay, Tom's equation. Tom, before he ever started swimming, no laps, he donated $60. So Tom's baby B is going to be plus 60. So we have his amount equals his dollars per laps times the number of laps he swam plus 50. So y equals slope times the number of laps plus 60. And we need to find the slope. And since I have 2 points, I can find the slope. I'm going to take these first 2. You could take any 2 as long as they're on the table. So I'm going to use 61. Remember, I'm finding slope. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So we've got 1 over 1, or 1. So Tom was earning $1 for every lap. $1 per lap plus the 60 that he contributed to start with. So there is his equation. All right, now that we have the equations, let me look at the questions. Number 1, Tom donated $70 to the charity. Well, we don't know that because we don't know how many laps he swam. We just know, oh no, we do. Tom's total amount of money raised for the charity is represented by the table. So it looks like Tom raised this much money for the charity. So that question is false. He didn't raise 75, he didn't raise 70, he raised 65. Kayla earns $2 for each lap, and this says that she earns $1. So that statement is not true. After swimming 100 laps, Tom will have raised $100 for his charity. Well, let's try that. Let's go to his formula and put in 100 laps. Let me double check that. Was that 100 laps or $100? Okay, it's both. So after he swims 100 laps, he will have donated $160 to his charity. So that statement is false. After swimming 100 laps, Tom will have donated $160 for his charity. They will have raised the same amount of money for their charity when they have both swum 40 laps. I'll have to check that one, but when Kayla swims 5 laps, the total raised is double her initial donation. So her initial donation is 20, and we want to know if it would be double that when she swims 5 laps. So 2 times 5 plus her initial was 20. So 2 5s are 10. And if you double that, that's going to be 2 times 30 or $60. So that statement is false. 20 does not equal 60. At 5 laps, she has raised $60. No, what have I done? Let me try that again. I don't want to start my video over. I'm sorry. Let's do it this way. When Kayla swims 5 laps, the total raised is double her initial donation. So let's do 2x plus 20. This is her equation. And we're going to let her do 5 laps. Yeah, I was right. I'm sorry. At 5 laps, she has $30. But this says that you double. I am so confused. Okay, let me take a deep breath. When Kayla swims 5 laps, the total raised, that's $30, is double her initial donation. I'm sorry, I got it. I doubled the wrong side. Double her initial donation is $40. Okay, that is not equal. So this is a false statement. Now, on D, let's take a look at what happens when they have raised the same amount of money for their charity. To do that, there are lots of ways to do it, but the way I'm going to do it is to set the two equations equal to each other. And I'm going to do that right here. I'm running out of room, so 2x plus 20, that's Kayla's equation. And then Tom's is 1x plus 60. So if we want to know the point that they equal each other, you set their equations equal. So I'm going to minus the 1x here, and I'll minus it over here and cancel. So I'm left with 1x plus 20 is 60. So I'll minus 20 from both sides and cancel. And I'm left with 1x is 40. You can let the ghost float away, or you can divide by 1. And x is 40. So at 40 laps, they will have equal contributions. At 40 laps, they will have equal contributions, and that's what D is saying. They will have raised equal amounts when they have both swum 40 laps. So number 21 is D. And I'm sorry I got letter E all messed up. If that happens to you though, rather than start this video over, take a deep breath, read the problem again. You can always sort of reset your brain just by taking a deep breath. Clear your mind and then go back and try it again, and it will work out for you. Okay, number 22. Which statement is true? They share the same coordinate 0, 0. This is not true. They both failed the 0, 0 test because of those initial contributions. That's what messed up the 0, 0 test. One of them contributed 20, one of them contributed 60, so this test was not met. Kayla has the greater y-intercept. So this is saying that 20 is greater than 60, and that is a false statement. The lines that represent each of their total earnings are parallel. Now we have to know what parallel means. Parallel means that on a graph they would never touch. That is not true. If they were parallel, let me let you in on a little secret. If they were parallel, the slopes would be equal. So I can say that no, they're not parallel because the slopes are different. Parallel lines have the same slope. Kayla's slope is steeper than Tom's slope. Well, Kayla's is 20. No, excuse me, it's not. Kayla, the slope is the dollars per hour. Or in this case, the dollars for 1 lap. And Kayla has $2 for 1 lap. Tom only has $1. That is a true statement. Kayla is getting more per lap than Tom. The lines do not intersect. That is false. Again, I know that because Kayla's slope is 2 and Tom's slope is 1, so those are not parallel, which means eventually they would intersect at some point. Those are good questions. Even though I got a little bit tripped up, they're good questions. This one is D. We have now completed lesson 5.3. And so I will see you in the next video. We'll pick back up in the textbook and look at lesson 5.4.